We want to share with you now one family's search for justice after losing their son nearly 5 years ago. Bakari Henderson was 22 years old and celebrating his college graduation in Greece in 2017. But after taking a photo with a white woman, he got into a fight and was killed in what prosecutors are calling a racially motivated attack. No one was convicted of his murder, but now a retrial has begun, offering a new sense of hope for Bakari's family. They join me now from Austin, Texas. Good morning to all of you, Jill, Phil, and Jory.
Good morning.
If I can start with you, Jill, I want to ask, for those that didn't know him or don't know him, what was Bakari like?
Bakari was a very kind-hearted, compassionate person. He loved his family, he loved his friends, and never met a stranger. He was competitive, loved to think of new things and think outside of the box. So he was a big spirit with a big heart.
Phil, I want to ask you, how are you doing as a family? I know it's been 5 years, but how are all of you right now?
Well, we have ups and downs. It's been hard. And, we're just faithful that this time we'll get justice that we've been seeking. But it's been a journey.
Again, I can only imagine the pain that all of you have endured for these last few years. Jill, I want to ask you what it's been like trying to deal with it, especially while no one has been convicted for your son's murder.
It's been a struggle. It's like kind of like a dark cloud hanging over the family. It's hard to continue to move forward until we have justice. So it's like we're at a kind of at a stalling point.
And I'm assuming it's been that way for you. Has it been that way too, Jill, for the rest of your family, for friends at Bakari's that have still been dealing with this and following this closely?
Yes. They always want to know what the status is, why it's taking so long, and with it being on video, how come we haven't received justice yet.
And I guess that's the biggest and the toughest question too, Phil, is that the incident and Bakari's murder was caught on camera. What are you hoping comes from this retrial? Give us an update of what you've been told by prosecutors and what you're hoping to come out of this next step.
Well, we're hoping to see justice. We're hoping that this time, they view Bakari as a human being and a young man that was loved by not only his family, but friends as well, and had friends all across, the country. So we basically hoping that they see that, we're not going to give up until justice is served, and not only us, but his family and friends as well.
Jill, I want to ask you that for you started a foundation too for Bakari. Tell us about the foundation and what you're doing right now.
We actually have our annual event on April 9th. We typically celebrate close to Bakari's birthday. And what we do is offer transformative travel healing experience retreats for families who've lost loved ones at the hands of another. And we also offer them counseling and different types of healing experiences to help them to move forward, especially wanting to bring together families because siblings are often forgotten. But we also have a program that we started with youth at the local high school that we hope to expand nationwide at some point, which is for entrepreneurship and financial literacy, and also talking about how to eradicate hate.
I know nothing will ever help as much, but has this process and talking to other families and others that are going through this, has that helped in this journey?
It does help because it helps us continue Bakari's legacy of love, but also helps us to bond with other families because a lot of times you feel isolated.
Jory, I want to ask you too, how do you remember your brother? What do you want everyone to know about your big brother?
I just want everyone to know that he really was a kind person and that everybody was his friend, that he loved his friends, he loved his family, and that he was a caring person. And if they would have gotten to know him, that they probably would have ended up wanting to be best friends with him and travel with him and know more about him because that's just the type of person he was. He had a really big heart and cared about others.
Looking at his smile in these pictures, you can just tell that he was one of those people. I want to thank all of you. You have shown incredible strength in what has been a devastating situation. We will continue to follow his story. So, Jill, Phil, Jory, thank you for this, and we'll be in touch, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.